Yeah, I started in 2008 as an amateur. So, I've been doing it for a long time. I've played for a while.
And what is it that originally drew you, or how did you originally get involved with MMA?
Man, having fights all the time in school. Like I was fighting. I had a lot of street fights, fights at school. I was always getting in fights. I never was like afraid to fight somebody. Like, even now, like, I've never been like, well, I don't want to fight this person. Like I don't care. Like, I just whatever. I'll fight anybody. Like I'll fight.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, most people over here, obviously, they're more football players, and then they convert over to the martial arts or whatever like that. But I was going to say, because obviously, fighting is not your general sport that someone would pick up at school, right? Because it's not like a sport that you can say, okay, well, that's what I want to do while I'm at school. It's usually the basketball, the wrestling, I don't know, what is softball, I guess, or maybe in your case, baseball. But so what you're basically saying is that you had a little bit of a rough childhood. Is that where you're coming from? You like to scrap?
I mean, fighting is a poor man's sport. That's the first thing people gotta understand. Fighting is a poor man's sport. It's, you don't have to have much money to start fighting. You gotta have a lot of gear to go box or go do MMA. So it's a poor man's sport. And I was poor, and I ain't have nothing, and I wanted to. I was an athlete, but I wasn't really interested in other athletics. But I knew what I was interested in. I was interested in fighting people. So I put all my time and energy into that.
And did it get you into a lot of trouble in the sense of, like, did your parents get called to the school very often?
Yeah, my grandmother got called to school all the time. She's a school teacher, so she didn't have to get called. This went into her classroom and got her. So I was. She knows what's up with me. Like she knew, like they came to get her. It was because of a fight, and it was a fight. And I didn't start it. Somebody else started it, and I took it there. I finished it. Or I was trying to finish it.
And let me ask you this, like, so what was it a case that you kind of just fell into, obviously taking it to I guess more of a professional scene, or did someone like grab you, I guess, by the scruff of your shirt and say, hey, listen, like, rather than just fighting out here in the playground and stuff like this, like maybe take it a little more serious and make something of yourself, or yeah, as I say, or is it something that you just kind of fell into?
It was all on me, man. I tell people, like, I watch the Snoop Dogg interviews, and I do the same interview all the time now. Like, it's not interview, a speech. He said, I like to thank me for getting up and doing all the hard work. I like to thank me for putting this creative mentality in my mind to do this. I want to thank me for the sacrifice. I want to thank me for dedication. And it was me. Nobody told me to do anything. Nobody guided me on doing anything. I did it all myself. I had a lot of gyms that bull jogged me around. I had a lot of so-called coaches only used me to help their fighters get right. I mean, it wasn't an easy upbringing in MMA. I had to go through the gauntlet. I had to figure out how to get around, get cars, girls would let me drive their cars and practices and stuff. I mean, I didn't have nothing, so I had to figure it all out. So the only person I'm thinking is me.